Hi, Mitsuko. How are you?
Uh, okay.
Good. Again, my name is Dana, and I am a licensed agent in Colorado. I just have to let you know our call may be monitored and recorded today. And were you wanting to look at some options to protect your family if you were to pass away?
Well, just like I was telling the other lady, I already got the life insurance.
Okay. So usually when people inquire for information, they usually price shop, get multiple quotes just to make sure that they were offered the best solution for what you were looking for. Was that true for you?
It was at that time, but I already got one.
Okay. How long
Yeah.
ago did you get it? I'm wondering if
It's
this was a
about,
recent inquiry or if you did it a while ago.
it was recent.
Oh, it was recent?
Yeah,
Okay.
somebody I know is selling the life insurance, and so
Oh,
that's
perfect.
what happened.
Yeah, that
Uh-huh.
makes sense. Just
Yeah.
so I can close out your contact, how much coverage did you end up getting for yourself?
It's I got the 200,000.
Got it. That's what I wanted to know. So you wanted temporary insurance as opposed to permanent insurance?
Well, no, I wanted a permanent.
Oh, well, why did you get temporary then?
What do you mean by temporary?
Well, policies that are over $100,000 at
Uh-huh.
at at over the age of 60, because you're 67, right?
Right.
Yeah, policies that are offered of that size when we're over the age of 60 for that much coverage, the only one that's available is term insurance, which is temporary. So those policies are probably good for 10 years and then they cancel.
Um, well, I have one for work, and then I got this one,
Hmm.
in case something happens to me to pay off my house.
Right. And so having that large
And,
coverage for term is a smart idea for mortgage protection. Definitely.
uh-huh.
Um, have you thought about like funeral costs or final expenses or anything like that?
Um, I did. I did. Um, so I don't know if it was smart for
Well,
me
I mean,
spending too much money on life insurance.
it's important to have that conversation because even if your friend is the one that sold it to you, you still want to make sure that it's going to do what you intend it to do, which is
Uh-huh.
be there for your family when you pass away, no matter what the age is, right?
Right.
Because the only insurance that matters is the one that's going to be there for your family when we pass. And
Right.
so temporary insurance is really, really great because you can get a lot of coverage and the payment is relatively small compared to whole life. Like whole life insurance for $200,000 at age 67 would be unaffordable. It would be very expensive. And so the only affordable type of insurance at this point for that much coverage, it's 100% term. Is your payment around $100 a month or less?
It it's a little bit over 100.
So around 100. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so yeah, that's what I thought. So that means that when you turn 77, all those payments are gone. They stay with the insurance company and now you have to start all over.
Huh.
And depending on your health, in your family's life expectancy, a lot of people are living into their mid 80s or longer. And once
Right.
you turn 80, here's the scary part. Once you turn 80, you become uninsurable because of your age, and you can't even get more insurance even if you wanted to.
Okay, so what you're offering?
So, well, permanent insurance, first of all, is the only type of insurance that Lincoln Heritage provides. But I was asking you those questions to find out if what we offer even makes sense for you, if you were looking for something that was temporary or if you were looking for something that was permanent. I don't think there's anything wrong with what you got, especially if something were to happen to you in the next 10 years, then it would help your family keep the house, which is what you want, right?
Right.
Right. But after the 10 years, you're probably going to have that mortgage paid down quite a bit, possibly, and you may not need that much coverage anymore. Have you decided whether or not you want to have a cremation or a traditional burial when you pass?
Cremation.
So you might not need more than just a $5,000 to $10,000 very small permanent burial policy that no matter what happens with your work policy when you leave, because typically with group insurance, when you leave that job, you lose that policy. No matter what happens with this large temporary policy, no matter how old you get, that small policy will guaranteed to be there for your family to at least pay for your final expenses and your funeral costs so no one has to come out of pocket. Is that something you're looking for?
Right, right.
But at the same time, now you have this policy, you have your work policy, you have other expenses. It's like, I don't want to overwhelm you with insurance either. I just want to make sure you know, like, if what you have is what you want. And then you can make decisions based on that information. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes, it does make sense.
So, I mean, what I can do is give you an idea of what it would cost to get a permanent policy for something really small, like 5,000, maybe 8,000, maybe 10,000, and then you can decide if that even makes sense for you, or if you're just happy with what you have. Would that work?
Yes.
Okay. So let me pull this up. And when you were looking, were you looking just for yourself, or was it for anybody else as well?
This was for myself.